Wake up with the sun in a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Start it right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two. From the first headline to your daily dose. This is the show where your spirit goes. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold. New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. Spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Vibes grow. New ideas with a sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels dark. We're spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold.
Morning on the mic. Wake up, tap in, baby. The Morning Mac Show. The Morning Mac Show. Yeah. Coffee on the dash, pages in your hand. Big news, small laughs, right at your command. Mac got the truth and the jokes on deck. If your day felt rough, we could fix that right. Listen close, now it's time to ride. Scene with a grin I preach. Hot take in the mix, but it still can't reach. Caller on the line, laughs in every room. From your front porch chair to your work day Zoom. Hands up, now the countdown's done. One bright moment and here we come. Strings rise high, horns cut through. This one's for you. The Morning Mac Show. Turn it up, let it roll. The Morning Mac Show. Take the day.
And we back. What up, Trey Money?
What's up, bro? What's going on?
Shit. Gotta get this cam on.
All right, all good.
Y'all in here. Like, share, subscribe. You watching on YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and probably link the IG today. Give them some time.
No problem with that. You know, they like it over there.
Yeah. I use that try to help them get on the Facebook and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Some
Go ahead.
followers coming in. I don't know if those are your followers, but I do see them coming in on the morning page. So somebody's migrating from somewhere. So whoever steps in, thank you for stepping in. That's all I can say.
Yeah. We
Mhm.
appreciate the love.
Yeah, definitely do. You don't have to give us your time, but happy I give it to us faithfully. So it's appreciated either way.
There we go.
I see you on camera now. You live, Slim.
There we go. I love this stuff going on. We having too many windows up sometimes. I mean, about
So,
30 windows up. Then Al, I was rapping with Al. He's working on my new
get some business
CMOS
done. Slim, big business. It ain't no thing.
logo. Yeah, we think he might be. Yeah, he done. Let's see. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out when I get yeah.
Right here.
I ain't gonna get too much involved in it. Who the first one in here? Let us know who the first one in here. See,
Hey, what's up,
comment,
man?
get
Good morning. Leave a reaction on the page that you're watching from, whether it's YouTube, give it a heart. I mean, I'm sorry, not a heart, that's Facebook. Give it a thumbs up. Hopefully you subscribed already. If not, hit the bell. So don't be afraid to say hello. We always gonna let it warm up for a little bit before we get started anyway. Give people time, get the notification and everything.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm in a different mindset. Speaking on the Wellness Wednesday, definitely in a different mindset of feeling uh like capping off the transition or whatever, moving out and all that type of stuff. Um, I feel real like confident about my steps right now. I feel
Mm.
like everything is as is I'm very at ease in the midst of like needing to get things done and stuff. That's the
Yeah,
best thing I think I can give myself, right now. So
yeah.
hmm
I just let shit play out, man. I just like the longer you live, the longer you know that shit happens. And at
hmm
the end of the day, you get through that shit all the time.
yeah,
Even when you're young, you like, damn, you panic. I remember panicking about like school assignments and shit. I remember in college panicking about shit. It's like, damn, I gotta write this and write. But at that time, it felt like it was a lot. Then when I got through it, looking back at it, it was like, it wasn't really that much to stress about. It
yeah,
just I think too far ahead into the future, and I'm just thinking like, if this happened, if that happened, I need this to happen, and I need to make sure that. And it's like that start to get
yeah.
you worrying.
That's my shit.
Yeah, now and I just like, nah, as long as I do what I'm supposed to do, I got all the equipment and stuff that I need to get the job done, then I should get the job done. If it don't, then if something I did wrong, I need to learn from it. Like I'm not scared of failing no more. I think that's what it came from. I was scared to fail. It ain't that I ain't mind, just that for me it was embarrassing. Like I didn't like the look to be like, oh, you failed, or you couldn't finish.
Or whatever,
You know,
however they look to people.
so shit, I stress and do whatever it take to actually not fail. The whole time it was nothing to stress about. If this something you do. Just like you're not gonna fail. You might not always be the best that you should be, but not gonna be terrible. If there's something you really love and something that you think you should be doing, and that's for anything.
Say that he's working on your logo. I'm just not cutting you off. I'm just seeing
But
messages roll by at the top of my screen. He said somebody cooking up your shit right now. It was
yeah,
coming
yeah,
from Messenger. So he working. He sent a photo of something. I don't know if he redid. He was rising on
yeah,
fire or whatever.
yeah,
Put a new number on it, but he sent something. So I don't know what the hell he sent. Can't look at it right now, Alan. I'll look at it when I get off here. But I'm excited
yeah.
about it. But people like that actually help too. When you're trying to like do something and you see people around you that's actively like putting in their own energy, especially when it's like unsolicited. Like we don't have to. He doesn't put us in a position to have to like. Can you please do because he's like already like in the game. Like his mind is already in it. With trying. I mean, like I say all the time. Look at the backdrop. Look at the little pick me up that we had this year. Like, but that helps too. But trying to move forward. I mean, I know you gotta do stuff yourself, but when you have people like around and in the midst that
Yeah,
want to add
no,
to it. It's
I
just more. That's
tell
always like
people all
no
the
problem.
time, man. You ain't got to do a lot of shit yourself. When you look at it,
Yep.
we don't. You know, it's like the houses we live in. We ain't built these motherfuckers. We don't know
Yeah.
how to build them, but we need somebody to actually. You know, there's some people that do that. Like I tell people, I don't know how to work on cars, so something happened to my car. I'm going to a mechanic. We need logos and stuff like that. We going to Island. You know, it's like I know how to do it. It's like maybe some people know how to do some things on the car, but you probably not a mechanic. You probably not
Yeah,
your oil or something like that. I'm more like that when it comes to flies and stuff. I can do it myself. It might take me a little longer, but if there's something that like Alan do, I'm like I'd rather just hit him up, you know,
and
pay
the
him
person
whatever
that
he's
do the shit.
yeah, and
Yeah,
I can keep moving and do what I like to do. You know, all that would do is slow me down if I keep trying to do everything myself. You
that's
know, I can
true.
do this, I can do this, I can do, and that's what people tend to slow down there and you be not realizing there's a lot of things that you allow other people to do. You just don't realize it. You know, just like you don't even your credit cards, your phone, their banking and all that. It's like you're not actually governing your own money. You trusting
Right,
people you don't even know, you know, to
right.
govern your money, but you don't really pay no attention. If you catch a Uber, you in the car with a stranger, you can just say fuck it and then just drive off the side of the road. You know,
Drop off the
so
motherfucker.
it's just like depends
Yeah,
on the person mindset. If I got to do everything myself, that's impossible. It's
yeah,
nothing you can do all by yourself all the time. It's something you're gonna need help with, even if you got covers on your bed. You ain't hand stitched the motherfuckers. You had to
right,
buy from somebody
right,
who professionally like to do that shit. So if you need covers, you go somewhere where they make covers and sell covers. That's what they
right.
do. But I'm not gonna try to make my own shit and quit my own shirts. That's why I be saying. So it's the same
Make
thing
my
like
own
that
mattress and shit. Yeah,
with everything else.
I say,
Uh,
yeah. But like I said, that helps. Having
I
people
got
like that
you.
around definitely helps, so that you can see that you know how to do stuff alone.
Yeah, yeah,
You I feel like you concrete enough of whatever it is you're doing. If it got, I mean, that's and this is honestly clear evidence, but and a clear example of that. But when you doing your thing and people feel whatever they feel off of whatever it is you putting out there, even in the work environment, it's gonna people gonna chime in and want to like make shit better and all that too. So I'm
mhm,
just like you said, I'm just riding, pretty much just riding with the wave, and whatever we can grab, whatever happens, whatever, like down this, um, you know, down this little path, whatever. I'm all for it if it elevates.
yeah. See
And
what our girl talking about. We're gonna go at least get started
all
with some
good.
videos before we get the our question of the day. We're gonna get some more people in here. We're gonna start with this first clip, give our opinions on it. Y'all in here watching with us, let us know y'all thoughts in the comments. I see my boy Rico already reposted. This joint hat. Let's say you and Rico reposted. They be telling everything,
Hey,
man.
girl.
Girl, I got the job.
Oh, nice.
I got the job. Things are finally going to get better. Like, I was struggling so bad at my last job. Oh my God.
So what, you're going to be getting paid more?
Yes, way more. Like, it's been so bad for my mental health. I literally gained like 15 pounds overnight just from stress eating. Me and my man have been on rocky terms because my mental health hasn't been all the way there. But I really genuinely feel like things are going to start turning around for me. Like, oh my God.
Oh, so you gained 15 pounds. Wow, that must have been so hard for you.
I mean, yeah, but it's like, it is what it is. I was stressed. You and your boyfriend are having a hard time right now? You guys are going to break up, huh? I don't think we're going to break up necessarily. I think, yeah, but finances are like the number one cause of breakups amongst couples. So I don't see it lasting. Oh, this all must be so hard for you. So do you feel just like bad and overall hate everything about yourself? Okay. Or like, what's wrong with you? Girl, I got the job.
Oh, nice.
I got the job. Things are finally.
They to pause that, John.
Mm-hmm.
She heard what she wanna hear, huh? She ain't hear all the good shit. She just heard all the negative shit. You got some people like that, they just respond to the negative things they heard. They ain't congratulate on the job. Hopefully now you got that job that can turn things around in y'all relationship, because money could cause stress or it can cause breakups. I don't mind her saying those things, but it's just like, why you leave out all the good, and why you gotta say it like that's what it's gotta be, just negative, negative. That's why I tell people, it ain't always what people say, it's how they say it. Like, I wouldn't even mind if she said all them other things, like, breakups, and money would cause us breakups. But it just like when she says she got a better job, she get more money, you should add that on. That would avoid that now. You might not have to worry about that now, because y'all got more money that can relieve some of that pressure on maybe him,
Mm-hmm.
maybe on her. But she ain't hear none of that shit. All she heard was breakup, breakup, breakup. Yeah, your dude about the the job. It's like, god damn, man.
Uh,
Yeah, it is a lot of people like that, and when you running across people like that, you just don't tell them shit. Them the people you just don't feed information to. You might still love them, don't mind to be around them, but it's no point in letting them know what you're doing in your life, because they're not really that happy for you.
exactly. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's the same stuff that you was picking up from the video and putting down is the same type of time that I was on with the video as well. Just people, I'm bringing things to the platform or whatever, like in terms of videos that I share, that I just want people to be aware of. I don't want to come off when I be talk, since this is our shit or whatever. I don't want, and I'm going to be on here often and speaking on things often. The last thing I want is to come off like I'm trying to instruct or tell people things. Like, people can suggest, but a lot of times you give a little bit too much suggestion, and it comes off like you trying to tell them. So, like I said, I like to use other people's videos and stuff, but it's always people around you. Um, you know, not always people around you, because you can control the narrative and control who you keep around you. But people, there's a lot of people that drop the ball with picking up that somebody even has a kind of energy, and they might even receive stuff that they're saying as, oh, that person's just trying to be a friend, or that person's just trying to be good, and you don't realize that, people be, like, people will chime into something like you said, positive, that's going on, but you see something, or you have people that want to pull like negativity out of positive situations or whatever, but yeah, the video really was just about people being aware or what's around them, even if even if it's mindsets that they're feeding themselves. Um, but it's just, yeah, just something I thought I would bring forward to whoever might have been watching or might have been on the panel at the time.
Yeah,
You
they
know.
they caught on it. I'm pretty sure a lot of them dealt with those type of people, or
Mhm.
there is that type of motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So it's one or the other. You only can experience this with people that's around you. So it ain't like a stranger can do you like this. Cause you wouldn't just walk to a stranger like, hey, look, why da da da? They ain't gonna give a fuck.
Yeah,
And it was
exactly.
crazy. They might hear you out more and congratulate you more. And
Mhm.
that's what's crazy. A lot of people don't like to talk to strangers. Like, they don't need to know my business. They don't even know you. Even
They
if
don't know
they
you
know your
like
business, it's
that.
like they going know to tell it to anybody else. Y'all just
Right.
met this random motherfucker. Guess what? They got a raise. They got money. We might need to rob them. Where they live at? I don't know. I'm gonna find
I'm gonna find
like
out if
people,
I
they
see him
think
again.
people really be thinking like that, and it's just like,
Yeah.
damn. But if they was to just come across somebody probably randomly and told them like, man, I'm just happy today. I'm having a good day. Like, I got a raise today. I finally got it, and I've been going through a lot in my life. And I bet you that stranger, not all of them, I'm saying it's a few out here that'd be like, man, congratulations. I'm happy for you. Like, that's big. What's your name? Da da da. That's like, I'm just like, a lot of people don't like to socialize. I'm more like
Yeah.
socializing with new people, getting to meet new people. It's just like the people you knew your whole life, you gonna see them. They gonna be around. But it's just like to hear other people' perspective on things that we always talk about on the daily be lit to me, because a lot of times
Yeah.
way different. They lifestyle different, the way they think is different, and they just be like, damn. And the more you start to listen to them, it's like it makes sense. We all got our different ways, but we all the same in the same way. Everywhere I
Mhm.
go, people do the same thing. The clubs, they go on bar hopping. You go to
Right.
certain little hoods and shit, they doing the same thing. It's a bunch of motherfuckers out there. Some people gambling. They might got some drug dealers and all that. It's like, damn, it's like copy paste. I see McDonald's on every. I'm like, what the hell is copy paste? It's like everywhere you go to the hoods, it's copy paste. Everybody playing spades or smoking weed and they drinking kickback.
Yeah.
You know, the black people, that's what we do. And the white people doing the same shit where they at in all these different areas. So I'd be like, what the hell is going on? I feel like
Right.
everything just copy paste, and we think we so different. Oh yeah, dudes on the East Coast do this and dudes on the West Coast do this. Like, no, when
The
you
same
travel all
format
around, you be
everywhere.
like, we so much the same, man. Maybe due
Mhm.
to the movies or something. I don't know, Trey.
I want people to experience a little bit more for real. Because you got the social, all these little contributing factors, the social media, the COVID was like the biggest thing I seen in my life that pulled people back from like other people and all that type of stuff. But all these little things that have happened over time as pushing people back. I mean, I watch certain people I know personally don't leave their house. Everything come to the door. Groceries,
Yeah.
supplies, cleaning stuff, things you would normally have to venture out for. Now everything comes to your door and you can check the box and say, hey, I don't want to talk to your ass. You can leave that shit right outside the door. I'll see it on the ring camera. So that's 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 terrible. I see people like, especially if you're somebody who works from home. You don't have to get out and necessarily interact with a whole bunch of people, but I think I just want people while they have this life to live to keep keep getting out, get outside, get some air. You come across one or two people. You don't. I feel like I meet like one person each day, minimum. Like at least I meet somebody one day that got something to say, a story about something, or got just dropping gems about something, or even like just it's a lesson, something they doing crazy that I don't want to do, or I just it's
Hmm.
always something. But I think uh, people don't have that no more. That natural like stimuli is depleting from a lot of people. So that's why I feel like a lot of people succumb to the friendships and relationships and all that type of stuff that they are in the midst of like today's time because they're not seeing a variety. I feel like you got more chances to see better options and stuff. What's up, Alan? You got better chances to see other options if you actually like venturing out of your house and ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you. I know people crazy out there, but I don't want people to be so nicked up in terms of anxiety that they don't want to like step out in the fucking grass,
Yeah.
ground, go to a park, sip out of water, have a sandwich or something. Like, I see a lot of people closed off and I understand exactly why like life is like limiting or life is, throwing them lemons and shit like that because they don't experience and see other options for real.
Hmm. Just like a lot of people, they just don't understand that this life ain't forever, and to us it seemed like a long time, but it really go past fast, like 50 years ain't that long, 60 years, 70,
Yeah.
so I just tell a lot of people, you go to the amusement park or Six Flags anywhere, it, like you want to enjoy your time because you paid money. You imagine paying all this money and your kids say, I'm cool right here, I'm just chill. You like, you better get on some fucking rides. You better get on this little pool or something. You're gonna do something because I spent my money. And that's how
Yeah.
it is right here in the real world. Like we working hard. Some people spending money on certain things that they have that's nice, but it's like enjoy life. You work for it. Don't just out here grind hard and just sit around. Because at the end of the day, time gonna come when you can't move around. That's why I be trying to do as much as I can because I know I'm gonna get old. And when I get
Mhm.
old, I ain't gonna be able to move around. And then
Yeah,
that's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
do
the
all
time
that.
I wish
I
I can
know.
move around. Unless they come out with some technology that allow us to do those things, which I don't mind. Just things should be better by 20, 30 years from now. But I just think a lot of people don't just enjoy life. They just find ways to have people scared to move. I know people scared to fly. I know people scared to get on boats, to get near the water. I know people don't even go outside after a certain hour because they fear that it's too much craziness out here. So it's just like they find ways to keep us in a box. And then you look up energy, that's how you trap energy. You trap it inside a cube. That's why everywhere we go, we ready to go in the house, you go to your cubicle. We might feel like we free. Yeah, we ain't in jail. Them jail niggas, they ain't. No, we in prison just like them. We just got a
Hmm.
little more leeway than they do.
Right.
And we
Still in the
just
square.
to put ourselves back into our cells. You know, like at the end of the night, like you tired, yeah, I'm about to go back to my cell. You going back to your cubicle. It's just that it's a little nicer. You ain't gotta wait till the CO to tell you can use the bathroom or when to eat and shit. You can do it on your own. As long as you come back and lock yourself up. That's it. As long as you fill these papers out, you can go work the field. And people did the field mean like a slave. No, any job out here.
Any job, yeah, is the
They're
field.
giving us the blueprint. Yeah, you can work a job. You can actually get rich out here. But at the end of the day, you're gonna have to go back to a cubicle. You know, you can book a cubicle at the hotels. You can book your prison. We just need you at the end of the day to trap your energy in some type of square. Why we not just living out nature off the land like a lot of these people they call weird? I couldn't sleep out there in no tent. What the fuck you think the animals sleeping? You think squirrels and shit out here just building? Nah, they building within the trees, building within nature, just like how everything else now to survive within nature, and we can't, but we the smartest beings. It just don't make sense.
So you probably when life throws you lemons, it makes it seem hard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I
everything can be
like
turned
that.
into something.
I
Right,
got put
everything can
that
be
as a
turned into
slogan.
something, Slim. You right about that though. Um, it's a sad time we're in. I mean, all best you can do is really band together. Like you be saying, I've been hearing you say for the last couple of weeks on here with people, you can't focus on the people that's not trying to do. Like you can focus and band with those that are already doing, and that energy alone. Like you see a group of people doing something. This is the time of influence. That's what motherfuckers need
Yeah,
anyway. Is really a group of people to be doing something.
yeah.
Make it hot, make it fun, looking whatever the fuck, and then you have people that want to join in just because it's that bandwagon type shit. So you
Yeah.
can utilize that bandwagon shit. That's the same thing as turning lemons into some into some sea moss. It's the same shit to me.
Mhm.
But you know, it's a I don't know, it's a sad time people in. Everybody got some type of anxiety or ADHD or whatever the hell label they throw on themselves. Alan said exactly. I work hard to enjoy my life. I don't count the hours, days, or years. I count the seconds. You get everything back in life: cars, money, houses, etc. But you cannot get back time. You cannot buy time. It does not matter how much money you ever have. You cannot buy time. I can't remember the movie that their bank account was time. Their finances
Yeah,
was
that's
time.
my joint. In time
Yeah.
with Justin
So they
Timberlake.
borrowing time, like instead of, oh my God, can you give me $5? You asking for
In
10
time,
minutes or two, asking for 2 hours of time
you can
to keep
die.
living. If we was on that type of shit, then motherfuckers would live their life. I feel like a lot better or more, with more purpose. If doing right bought you time, like doing right, living right and doing right bought you time, I feel like a lot more people would be trying to like shape it up. It's so sad to see motherfuckers limited because when you know you're not limited, you get your ass out the house, you doing things, and you see people that is so good with
I just think it ain't that they limited. They just ain't find what connects with them. You know, they ain't find their purpose. You know, so it's like anybody, if you in something that's not your purpose, you just doing something that you really don't love to do, it just won't feel right. You're not gonna put that much energy into it. And that's why I say like you gotta cut motherfuckers off that ain't part of the mission that you trying to do. And that don't mean they can't be part of something else that's doing good things. It's just that what we doing, you ain't cutting it. And that's probably come from me just growing up playing AAU basketball, being on football teams. It's plenty of dudes that I had love for. But shit, when it came time to cutting the teams, the niggas got cut because they weren't good enough. And I wasn't over here like, damn, bro, nigga, you some shit. It's cool. In the summertime, you got to work hard because we work hard to get this position. But at the end of the day, that don't mean they can't hoop elsewhere. Some of these dudes went to other schools. But with the shit we was on, you get cut. And it's the same thing with anything else. So we build a team and we trying to build something and somebody else come along, they not part of what we trying to really do. They get cut from the team. That don't mean they anything less, just like, nah, you're not fitting what we trying to do. That don't mean you can't go to another team and be a star. Because some of these dudes, they was the man on other teams, just not with us. That's just how nice we was, I guess. But I'm cool with always cutting people from a situation, not cutting people off. And people get that confused just because, oh, I can't be part of the group. No, just how you couldn't be part of the fucking dance team in school. You was some shit. So they didn't allow you to be part of the dance team. You probably couldn't be part of the choir, the football team, the basketball team, whatever it was. But whatever you did make the team, you should understand because you did the work that it took to actually be part of that team. you had the skills and athletic ability to be part of that team. So you would make that team, but you got a lot of people when they come outside of sports, they don't get that. You got people out here want to talk about videographer and production work that didn't know shit about videography or anything. But I deal with that and I was like, no, cut. This not your field. Do something that fits you, you know. But that blows me when everybody get into something and now we might about to produce a movie and everybody ain't got shit to do with movies, got all the input. Nah, we should do this, we should shoot this scene and this and this and this, and it'd be like, that's the shit I don't like dealing with, because now you stepping into the wrong field. You cut grass, nigga. Like, go over there and cut grass. Or you whatever it is you do, just like that's what you. I'm not gonna come over there in your field and say you should use these blades and shit. I'm gonna ask you, what should I do? Just tell me what to do and I'm gonna work. But I don't know, Trey. That's one of the things I think we deal with, not cutting the right people off the team.
That is right though. Well, people don't like friction. Motherfuckers be acting like they with it and they bout it with a lot of type of stuff. And I ain't talking about no rowdy shit. I ain't talking about no street shit. I'm just talking about like business and like decorum, handling shit like you supposed to. Like as a man, as a business person, period. Because women got businesses too, but a lot of people don't. I really like. That's why I be laughing a lot. Like even when there's nothing that people think there wouldn't be anything to laugh at, I'll be geeking because out loud, because I'm catching. I'm always listening and catching, not listening in the terms of trying to find something, but always aware of what the fuck is happening around me. So if you really paying attention, you really sharp, you'll catch so much subtle shit that's happening all throughout the day. But um, it's just like going back to what you were saying about people not cutting the right people off. People don't like friction. People don't like pressure. So a lot of the times you might be the one that's soliciting the right information, the right shit, and actually knowing about it. But you know, you have people that fake like they want to do and fake like it's something that they really want when they just want to. Like people like to do things or look active, but aren't necessarily active. I understand. So it's like it's you know. It's hard. You can choose who you have around you. You can choose your environment, but it's hard when people not really on what they say they on.
Oh, let's see what our boy right here talking about. Y'all in here with us. Please like, share, subscribe. You're watching on YouTube, and give us y'all thoughts in the comments.
When you're sleeping, you're having a dream, and your human is in the bed asleep. If your eyes are closed, what is looking at the dream? What is observing the dream? That same awareness is the same awareness that's looking at my face right now. So why are you so firm on the fact that this is real? Oh, a dream is fake, but the foundation of this is solid. But the same awareness is experiencing me right now. Same feelings, same awareness, different context. You are still dreaming. This is an external animated projection of consciousness that you are under the illusion of being real. And the illusion is being put on you by yourself because you are experiencing yourself. You are experiencing you. Me-verse. You aren't experiencing the universe. The universe is experiencing itself through you. And I'm not talking to the human that closes its eyes and lays in the bed. I'm talking to the one that can't see its face right now. Can you see your face right now as you watch this? No, because you don't have one. That awareness is who I'm talking to, and it doesn't have an identity. It's quite frankly the one that's listening to my voice right now. Nobody else in this entire universe is listening to my voice but you right now in this moment. Prove me wrong. And how would you do that? Who else hears my voice right now but you? And you're still under the illusion of a community, which is you. You're playing your own game right now. Enjoy the game. Acknowledge it. Stop running away from the fact that there's a sun and the moon in the air. You run away from the questions. Acknowledge and immerse and appreciate the fact that this is. Because this is. And if you don't think it is, turn your phone off after this video and look around for 30 seconds. It'll settle in. I love y'all. Peace and love to Consummate 3K out. If you want to book a one-on-one with me, link in the bio. If you want to join my exclusive Discord community or get my deepest ebook on the internet, all of that, link in the bio. I love y'all.
I don't expect everybody to be able to tap in and chime into whatever. What I got from this pretty much is that life is a lot bigger than people see it. I mean, I know it is, but this is what I got from the video and why I wanted to bring it forward for whoever might have been on at the time. Is life is an illusion. I had this thing that I looked up called I forgot what it was called, but it was like a dissociation type of thing that your mind does to itself that will have you waking up feeling like everything around you is a movie. Like like you know you in it, you're aware of what's happening, you're aware of your surroundings, you go about your day, but everything that's happening, you see it as like a script as opposed to seeing it like I'm seeing it right now, just feeling regular. But that feeling, for whatever reason, to me now, instead of it going back to normal or regular or whatever, is current is permanent. Now I don't, necessarily like the feeling, but it feels like everything. Um, like you just feel the game. You just see the game in the movie, and it's hard to explain, but it's like almost like a dissociation. Like I'm not really here. Like I feel like I'm someone inside of all of this. Like I exactly what he was hitting on. So I don't know who would receive whatever from it, but it's like life is bigger. The layers of life is what I was kind of looking at. The dimensions and layers and shit is what I got from it. Like tap out for a second to be able to tap in is what I got.
Yeah, he's speaking a lot on being a light being, and the more we tap into it, the more confusing sometimes they get. But I love it. I believe the same thing he believes. I believe I'm you, you me. I believe we all one. We all God, or gods having a human experience. Yeah, I look at it as like we machines though, like how your computer, it don't work unless it have electric hooked up to it, need a charge. And that's why whenever our heart go out or something, they got to give you a charge to bring you back. So I just feel like we ain't nothing but electrical beings, like we machines, so when you cut off your machine, sometimes it go in sleep mode and it just be sleep. But then sometimes that motherfucker just cut on, be playing shit. And that's when I think, like it's something that we did to our body. It could have been something that we watched that triggered us to go into dream mode. But I think it's a mode that we got that's part of our body, just like on a machine, Oh, chop.
Right
They
there.
out here, boy, they flying right over top of the roof. But a lot of people won't look at it that way because religion played a lot of role, and they tell you where you came from. So they just believe what somebody told them instead of just what it is. It's like we charged by the sun. The sun give us life. Without the sun, we'd die. And then you don't see all these people solar panels on the top of their house. That fucking sun is charging their house. So what you think it's doing to us and all the animals and the plant is giving us charge. So we ain't nothing but walking electrical beings. We just charged by the sun. We don't need to be plugged in. But from time to time, when our body get weak or something, they have to give us an extra charge. The sun not enough. That's why you'll never see nobody hot going out and they don't pump it back up with no type of electrical charge. And that's why you got officers and shit to slow you down. They hit you with a taser. They charge your ass up. And if they do too much, you can actually die. That's like overcharging your battery. They tell you don't overcharge your batteries. You can fuck it up. It's the same thing with us. So that's why certain things we put in our body can be effective. It can hurt our body or can help our body. It's the same thing when we download certain things on our computer. You could download what? A virus. You can catch a fucking virus. You catch a virus, you fucking down. You got to do something to get it fixed. Your computer catch a virus, you got to take it to the motherfucking shop to get it fixed. So it ain't nothing but machines. And I think we were the first AIs. Just that this is where we are now. And now we making our own AIs. So just like whoever created us, They was just like us, but a little more intelligent. And now we creating things just like us. It's just like the Sims game. Like you make a sim, but now they creating life inside of that, and they don't know that they inside the game. And that's what he's saying. We don't know no more. We've been doing this so long, we no longer remember that we AI. We don't no longer remember that we are electrical beings. We so caught up thinking that we real. Like we not real. That's what he's saying. It's like we just here having an experience, so enjoy it. You know, you
Exactly.
don't die. Electric don't die. You know, we just transfer. So enjoy this life while you can. Don't be down here panicking stuff. Cause we chose to be here. This is by
Hmm.
choice. We chose to put ourselves in a situation and have this type of lifestyle. So whatever you're going through, just know this is the experience that you wanted. This what you signed it up for. Because before we came here, we couldn't experience touch, feeling, love, hatred, none of that. So this is what we signed up for. Same reason we play video games. You don't play Grand Theft because you want to have that experience just going around doing crazy shit because you really don't want to do it. But if you get on that game, you can have that experience of actually doing those things. So some kids will be on that game all day, you know. So it's just like this what we doing down here. We experiencing life. So get the feeling things, get the touch of nature, be part of nature, because that's what we signed up for. They
Yeah.
got us fucked up. They got us walking around like NPCs now, man. They telling us
Yep.
what to do.
Yep.
But I love it. I love the video.
Hmm.
Buddy.
Say like that though.
Yes.
But I'm not in the business of I heard a few sentiments, different conversations, I would be having different rooms, different chats and stuff about dumbing things down. I don't even support that, honestly. I feel like keep the conversation in the midst of people that, even if you think it needs to reach them, if you don't want to do no facilitating, because I don't want to facilitate. Unless somebody asks a question about something, I don't want to be even extending energy like I used to anymore, trying to show people things. Like, it'll make people ask questions. You keep that type of dialogue around them, keep the type of conversations around them, something they're going to ask a question about, something they're going to wonder, and even might just listen, might not say shit the whole time, but take something home and look it up. That's the only purpose of these videos, for real, is to be a little, a little eye opening. If somebody don't understand something, we give them the grace on here and tell them. I ain't gonna be like, you stupid motherfucker, you should have been there, or no shit
Nah,
like that.
nah,
Just
hell nah. 'Cause I've been where they was at, you know. That's
yeah,
why
me
I
too.
never do that. They don't
Yeah,
care what it is.
we
You can be
believe in all of
smart,
this shit, for real.
just learning how to fucking ride a bike. Like I've been
Yep.
in the time I was younger, didn't know how to ride a bike. You know, it'd
Mhm.
be crazy. People, you don't know how to tie your shoe. Little kids, but how old is you, boy? Like we've been at an age when we ain't know how to tie a shoe. Some
Right.
just learn faster than others, but at the end of the day, you can't judge somebody for not knowing. You know, it's
Right.
just like now if they refuse to not want to learn, you know, these things, then that's when I'm like, okay, you stupid. Because you
Mhm.
don't want to learn. It ain't
Yeah.
that you don't know, it's that you don't want to know. That's when
No
I
wonder. Yeah.
consider people want to be ignorant or dumb, you know, because it's the lack of. But I'm for anybody. I don't care how old you is. You just learn some information. Because a lot of stuff I learned in my 30s, I should have knew in my 20s. You know, I used to be like, damn. So a lot of the kids that I talk to, I try to talk to them about it, and some of them already know. I'm like, damn, you already know that? I wish I knew that. You know, like I wish I knew Rosa Parks wasn't the only one that did this and that when I was in high school. You know, I wish I knew her and Tubby was a informant and all this stuff. I didn't know these things growing up, but they know this already in high school. So I'm like, imagine when they get in their 20s, the information they have. Imagine when they get in their 30s, you know. So I'm cool with it, you know. I don't care if I learned something new today that I should have knew back when I was in middle school. I'm cool with it as long as I know it now, you know. I want to learn. That's the thing.
Morning on the mic. Wake up, tap in, baby. The Morning Mac Show. The Morning Mac Show. Yeah. Coffee on the dash. Pages in your hand. Big news, small laughs.
Yo, what's
Right
good
at your
though?
command. Mac got the
Grand Rising, y'all. It's a
on
beautiful day
deck.
outside. Sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and my dick is working fine. It is a great day.
Oh, he back, boy. He got that blue pill.
Yeah. Your boy moving Sunday to New York.
New York, Sunday, man. We got a reason to come down New York, man. Come mess with our boy Trip, man. We're gonna
Yeah,
let you
man.
get settled in first, man. You said Sunday?
Maybe Friday, but definitely this weekend.
He talking maybe Friday. He gonna go down there Friday. He said he ain't even gonna wait till Sunday. New York winning too. New York in the finals, boy. You better get down there.
Oh yeah. Don't get, you know what, we not even going to talk. Don't get me start talking my shit, bro. I don't even want to jinx it. Don't get me to start talking my shit.
Man,
Let's fucking go, Knicks, huh? 4-0? 4-0 conference finals? Against the Cavs?
Yeah.
Fuck they talking about?
Yeah, they back, man. Since
40, damn near 40-point blowout, huh?
Yeah, they've been looking good all year. They've been blowing everybody out through the playoffs. So we're gonna see what they do against OKC or the Spurs. Them gonna be a tough. They got a team. They got a model.
I like OKC too.
Yeah. They both.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, like real shit though. Like obviously I'm a Knicks fan, but like what I can't even think of his fucking name right now. Goddamn.
Bronson?
Nah, for the Cavs. Harden. James Harden. That's like my favorite player. And I really feel bad for him, man, because this man can't win a championship for nothing.
Yeah. But he got to a conference finals, man. That's all right. It didn't work for everybody, you know, but he always gonna be a great player though. I can't take it away from him. He did some good things.
I like the Cavs too. You know, I'm originally from Ohio, but you know, we Knicks at the end of the day.
Ohio, you winning regardless. It was a win-win for him.
Yeah. Yo, real quick though, Trey, were you taking a prison photo right now, brother?
You telling he's taking a prison? Oh, you telling how his background look with the feet up?
Record. I just happened to be in the hallway since we don't smoke cigarettes in the house. I can choose the bathroom. Let me have company. It's up to you. I have options. Or go to the car. I can go to the car. Don't put me on no lineup, Slim.
Yeah, fucking got my boy in a lineup right now.
Nah, the trouble.
He good over there. Man, appreciate everybody that's been tapped in with us so far. Before we get to this next video, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. You're watching on YouTube, and give us y'all thoughts in the comments.
Internet becomes a lot more fun when you realize that people are suffering from SMB. What's SMB? Social media brain. I'm gonna give you some examples of what social media brain is. The other day, this girl commented on my video. And me and my husband going shopping talking about, I love when people with tism meet other people with tism and tism. I don't know what that means. I'm not autistic. I never said I was autistic. There's nothing wrong with being autistic. I'm just not. I know I'm not. But the thing is, when you see somebody that's autistic out in the world, nonverbal, now it gets weird. Now you don't know what to do. Now you side-eyeing them. I thought everybody you thought was so quirky to be autistic. What happened? It's the same way, everybody likes to talk about how they're bipolar or OCD until you meet somebody that's really OCD. Until you meet somebody that's really bipolar in the episode. Your brain is the same reason why somebody will have a racist encounter in real life, and instead of beating them up, they're going to post it on the internet and say, internet, do your thing. What are we supposed to do? You were just right there with them. It's the same way guys will post girls or girls will post guys without their permission, talking about internet, do your thing. She was standing 2 feet from you. Are you a dork? Are you a loser? And that's the thing. The internet makes it possible for losers and dorks to have a platform. A lot of these people in real life are not cool. It's okay. They just are cool. They never had a platform. Nobody ever cared about them. They get on the social media and now y'all care. That's the difference. It's social media brain. Social media brain is how many girls are giving you dating advice and they're not even in a relationship. They haven't ever been in a relationship and they're on this platform giving you dating advice and you're taking it like a dummy because you're also having SMB. Social media brain is the reason you don't know what you actually like. You like what other people tell you that you should like. You have no originality. You don't even shop for clothes originally. Everything you buy is through a link. Where's the link? Where's the link? The internet becomes a lot more fun when you realize that people are suffering from SMB.
Yeah, self-explanatory to me. I ain't really got no sentiments necessarily. One of y'all can go first, speak on it.
Social media brain. Go ahead, Strip. You got it.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, I agree with her. You know, I didn't really catch 100% what she was saying with like the autism part, but like overall, yeah, I agree with her. You know, like that's the big problem with social media is it gives everybody a voice, even people that shouldn't have one. And you know, not that they shouldn't have a voice, but you know what I mean? But they're just like, it gives everybody, it makes people relevant that don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. And
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's a bad thing. And it sways opinions, it sways perceptions, and like it can be really dangerous. And then just for us, and not even for us, for kids too. I mean, we just think about what it does to kids, you know. And like, I know, speaking for my nieces in general, like I'd be over there and watching them. They ain't bored. They got nothing to do, sit in the room. They just sitting there scrolling. I mean, we don't let them on social media, so I guess this is a little different. But just in general too, like watching YouTube videos. I mean, it's basically the same thing. Just scrolling through shorts and stuff, and all the crazy stuff they see. I mean, like, and they don't even try to hide it. Like, they got their volume up, and I can hear a lot of stuff that the videos they watch and talking about crazy stuff. Like, you know, they might watch a video about suicide or just like, you know, crazy shit in general that, like, you know, they 12 and 7 that like they shouldn't have no business listen to right now, you know. I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was you know, I'm coming from an era that is the last era that's before all of this, that had the
Oh, I
dial-ups
was
and
there.
people with AOL and the internet. Facebook was only for professionals. It wasn't. You know, so I'm speaking from a point of being like the last generation that's 15 years younger than me. All you know is tablets, iPads, social media, instant message,
Mm-hmm.
video chat. Like, I remember when we first started getting Ubu and shit, and we didn't know what the fuck, you know, like, so it's just it's hold on, let me get from the front because somebody must be doing
Mhm.
lawn and garden
What,
wise. Hold on.
You getting that work done.
what about taking a road trip and you got the freaking map all across the freaking dashboard?
Yeah, I used to miss the Lord. You had to print it out, the
What
directions.
about you riding your bike? You get on your bike, you got to go to the neighborhood to your friend's house and knock on the door just to see if he was home and actually talk to the parents.
Yeah, knock on the door. Can such and such come out? They be like, hold on, you gotta clean up first.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Kids nowadays will never understand that, man.
I used to help my friends clean up just so they
Mm-hmm.
can come outside fast.
Yeah.
And they must be like, go ahead, you can help them. What I need to do? And we in and out of there. But
Yeah.
nowadays,
Yeah.
we
We
don't
got some rocks
see
to
it.
throw.
Yeah, we throwing them at the stop sign. We ain't mean to hit
Yeah.
Johnny. He just happened to be walking past. You know? But I agree with her a lot, and a lot of them got social media brain. What I took from it is a lot of people when they go through stuff, they go straight to the internet. I'm talking about they crying on that motherfucker. They let people know
Mm-hmm.
such and such did this and such did that. Then a week later, they back taking pictures with that same person, and then people in the comments like, "Damn, ain't that the same dude that just dragged you in it? Oh, mind y'all business." Now they making another video. People always in my business, and it's like you putting people in your business, and it's just like why every time you go through something, you put it on social media, and that's why I think social media brain is. They can't even eat shit without letting people know what they eating. Look what we eating. Look what we eating that. Look what we drinking. Look what we drinking that. And it's just like that social media brain. You can't even enjoy life without letting social media know what you're doing, and that's why I think it was smart by the government. It was nothing but life law. They just switched the name and turned it into Facebook and all this other stuff. Now we telling them what we do day by day, and that's what they want to know. What should you do? Then every
Mm-hmm.
few years they say we need to see what would you look like if you was old, and then we just putting our face, and they can generate our face for anything. And now all this AI stuff coming out, who likeness and stuff you think they gonna use? It's ours. You know, people just thinking that oh, it's just the actors. Nah, they been using us. AI is us. We teaching ourselves. They just using all of our brain collectively and feeding it back to us individually. So it just seemed like AI is smart, but we are AI. AI ain't smart. It ain't shit without us. It all it's doing is taking human
That's
intelligence, but now
right.
it's getting confused because it's getting fed false information. So now what? Now we've been fed a lot of false information. We can't go to the libraries like we used to, get an encyclopedia instead of have to keep hearing all these fake accounts and people purposely misleading us. It ain't like it's an accident. It's people out here purposely misleading us. They might get paid to do so. But it's just like that's just the internet. But I think that's what internet brain is. Don't go post everything you go through, you know. Not
And
everything.
you right. You right about that AI part, bro. I said I try to tell people it's scared. It's like it ain't there yet. It's gonna be, but like it ain't there. Like I do it. I work in it. I have to train those models. I train them. Like, and the people I work, not me specifically. Like, if we didn't, there's these things called rubrics. So, like, say for instance, I just want to give you a quick example. Say for instance, you ask a question. I wrote this essay real quick, or I say like I wrote this email to my boss real quick. I was in a rush. Can you punch it up for me, make it sound more professional, blah blah blah, all that shit. For that model to be able to do that, there's a thing called rubrics we create, and then a rubric is the like instructions you give to the model. And so like I'll create a rubric, and the whole thing's a rubric, but in each part of the rubric is a criterion. So for instance, I'll say the response should make the email professional. That's a criterion. That's an instruction for the model to do. And that model is only going to follow the criterion that I create. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Humans are faulty. So if you're not training the model correctly, it's not going to do its job right. And it still makes mistakes even when we create the rubric. So like, it's not there yet, man. It's not there. It will be, but it's not there yet.
Yeah.
Dangerous. I love it.
Energy that's social media and this AI stuff and all that type. It just I would feel differently if I was born into all of this stuff, like the tablets, social medias, iPads, all that instant stuff, as opposed to being outside, having to socialize. You didn't want to be inside. The last thing you wanted to be was inside. You was in trouble if you was inside the house back in the day. So all of that. We was talking a little earlier, Trip, about people I was mentioning people like drawing back because of all these external things, like the social media, like the Instacarts where you can have your order come right to your door. You don't need to go to Walmart no more to check out this fucking toilet seat cover or whatever the fuck. You can have it, you can look through it and have them Instacart shopper pick stuff out and shop for you, blah, blah, blah. It's all these extra reasons like COVID and all that type of stuff that has kept people inside. But after COVID, people figured out a new way to remain inside and not have to really deal with external stimuli, to be honest. So some people converted to their job might have switched over to being at home. Now they found a new place in the home. Now they ain't trying to go outside. And then my thing is social media has all ages. You would think, teenagers or, young adults. Nah, people 65, 70 years old, 80 or more trying to get on there and do a little 1-2 step, and make content or whatever and do what you do. Like anything that you have that's available to you can be used for negative, just like it can be used positively. But it's sad to see how people lack in social skills. People don't pick up on the natural things I feel like our generation had before all these things started coming to be, like social cues, reading a room, like a lot of those natural things that would tell you, hey, I need to get out this environment. This environment is not good. Something about to happen. Like that intuition. Like I feel like all of that is just depleted from people now. And half the time I see people look like they just float into wherever it is they're going, whether it's work or to Starbucks, get something to drink, or to pick up the kids. It just seems like everybody's just floating on a like they in sync, but everybody's just floating on that same wave. Like they just life is carrying them. Your schedule is carrying you and stuff instead of you saying, oh, this is what's gonna happen. I need to get this out of the way. This is what I need to do, or whatever. What's up, Taz? Taz said, "What's up, y'all?" He said, all of the times that they told us the world ended, they moved us from one form of thinking to another all at once. While people thinking it would be a physical ending, it was more so mental.
Yes,
absolutely.
That's 100%. That was 2012.
Absolutely.
That's when we went into the digital age.
The video was given.
Mm-hmm.
It's the mind, the mind that I'm afraid of. It's not the social media. I don't care about that. It's just taking people's minds.
If you think about that, he's 100% right. Because remember Y2K, right? When everything, the world was supposed to was supposed to end then, and what happened then? No, that's just when computers became a major part of the world. We stepped out of that and stepped into a digital age. And then we have AOL, we have Messenger, people could talk. I could be here, I could talk to somebody in California outside the country. And that's the first time that was ever possible. 2012, Mayan calendar, you know, the end of the Mayan calendar. And that's when we first started hearing about AI. After that, world didn't end, but the world that we knew, the world as we know it ended it. Our life as we knew it ended. We stepped into a new age.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to step the fuck back because I don't like none of this shit that's happening right now.
Go get
I
you
was
your
just
40 acres and a mule, man.
I was just talking to somebody yesterday about how how people don't all of this shit has sped everything up. Um, Everybody gets everything so instant and so fast that they think that applies to everything. If you got some people, not everybody, but if you got some people that if you don't respond to their shit in 4 or 5 hours, or you didn't see it and you post a story or something, it's like you got people like, why didn't you respond to mine? It pulled back that natural interaction of people being able to go about their day without having people chime in, and I really if it wasn't for certain aspects, I don't think I'd be really immersed in this because I don't like the fact that it's eyes on you, whether people interact, talk to you, or whatever or not. You know, it's extra eyes on you. So, you know, you got people thinking they either summon you up or they know. I don't know. People can create a false narrative, just like people can believe, you know, what they just seeing, and there's just so much around natural interaction that it's to me, it's starting to be not repulsive, but somewhere around the word. Like it's you know, it's a turn off generally because people that I see that's rapping to it, they don't know how to talk. People, you know, asking for something in the store, they trying to purchase or something, they don't know how to communicate and ask for shit, or you know, it's just a weird time to be in. That's why I thought that social
Today,
media
I'm
breaking
thinking
joint was
forward,
kind of hitting
man.
on like the mindset that general people are in with all of this, the
Yeah.
control and all the influence.
AI is thinking for us, man. You know, people like modern people, especially people that weren't born in, you know, in our era that didn't see the era before all this, you know, they rely on that a lot, and it's thinking for them, you know. We heard before, like when AI was first jumping off, we heard about all these transhumanists, people that want to, you know, that they want to put consciousness into robots and into that and step outside the human form. And that's been a thing. They've been talking that. And what is AI doing? It thinks for us. It takes us away from using our own brain to figure out our own day. People go to AI to think and everything because it's easier. People want the easy way out, man, and that's going to be our downfall if it don't change. But honestly, though, I feel hopeful because I see the talk, us talking, you know, other people, and like I see some change coming. I
Yeah,
see
I
some
was gonna
change
say I
coming
definitely
soon.
see your awareness. Send me the stream y'all link, please. I got you in a second. You're not on Facebook.
Me on IG.
If
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't a, if I wasn't a comic, bro, I wouldn't even have social media. Dead ass.
Yeah, that's how I feel about some of the things I'm doing. It's nice for like I said, and like Molly's been saying, like I've been hearing sentiments on here. You can use anything, everything is a double-edged sword. So you can use anything for positive, you can use anything for negative. I do like it for the you should see the link in the group chat now, Taz, because you got it in the IG group. But yeah, so yeah, just how it just got people just acting different, you know. And it's tough, but I do hear the conversations. I do hear people talking about these things. So as long as I continue to hear conversations, I still go online. I still see people on different platforms saying, you know, what's wrong. Then I feel like there's still some hope for, you know. I just personally, all this shit can go hit rock bottom for me. All this shit can crash and burn, and we can start to fuck over, in my opinion. But, you know. It must be in, like you keep coming in, you get the music, that means somebody's flying through this thing. Do that is. Yeah, that's you, Slim.
What's up, Mo? What's up,
What's up,
y'all?
bro?
Yo,
How y'all doing, man? See, y'all
Good,
gonna be
you
bro.
know,
chopping it up on some good topics.
That's a
we
good
in
day
here
so
like
far.
Cornwall,
Shit, get
man.
in on what you was talking about in the comment section. That's why you in here, Slim. What's up?
Yeah, that was
Oh
a
yeah,
good point,
nah,
brother.
yeah, for sure. Nah, I just was thinking about that because like so many people like in like religious sectors or whatever, like they really thought like, oh, this is when Jesus was supposed to come back and shit like that. But it's like, nah, like they just pretty much moved us like from one, like I said, from one form of thinking to another. Like I think it was 2001. I remember I was in like fourth grade, like right around 9/11 or a little after. I think it was 2001. And I remember my grandmother telling me like, yeah, we not about to have cable boxes no more. Yeah, I remember that when they was like, we ain't no more cable boxes. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So it's kind of like they control us through technology in a sense. Like if our technology
Agree.
upgraded, then that kind of means that we upgraded. But it's like we don't even realize like our phones and everything be thinking for us. You know what I'm saying? Like even just telephone numbers, maps, and all that. Like what y'all was saying. So that's pretty much all I was saying in the jump.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, a lot of key points right there.
You know,
And
the thing that scares me the most, honestly, is that right now they literally could make a video about anyone, any one of us, anyone, and have us saying anything they want, and it'd
yeah,
be indecipherable from this video we have right here, right now.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and people believe it. They gonna say, "Yeah, I heard what they said," and da 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 da. But
It's already
yeah,
happened. Look what they did
yeah,
with Trump with BBC. BBC put out a
that was
video
fine.
of a talk he had and put shit in that he didn't even say.
Yeah, and well, he be winning them lawsuits because of that, though. You know,
Yeah,
but I
be
guess they
busting
feel like
their ass.
it's worth it, though. They like a lot of people won't know it was fake. You know, because there's a lot of AI videos that people believe that's real out here, and they just basic little AI videos, just like a bird just came down and grabbed a kid and just took them over there and throw them to another bird, and they playing. I'm like, how y'all believe this real? You know, like now people
Yeah,
worrying about it, but.
they
I
did it.
don't know. I just think the world never ends. You know, nobody can tell you when the world began. Nobody can
Mm,
tell you when it's going to end. But I do believe in a reset. You know, I think that's all it. Like y'all been saying, it been nothing but a reset over and over. I don't know how many times they done did it. I think all this technology that we using right now in this old, they just pushing it back out here at a slower pace. That's why on Eternals, you remember they said you gave them technology too fast. That's why they went to war. You know, you ain't supposed to give them technology just fast. So I think this go around the not to make the same mistakes they made before. They just pushing us a little bit at a time, a little bit of technology at a time. But I still think it's still more things we gonna be able to do out here. The things that they put in these movies and stuff that we just think like, oh, this just in the movies. Like, nah, eventually that's how we gonna be living. But the more technology we get, the dumber we become as humans, the more
yes,
lazy we become as humans, the
yes,
less fit we are. You can't even get up and change the channel because you got a remote. Eventually, you ain't gonna need a remote. You can just think of it. You know, like
yeah.
that's how bad that things are getting. You don't have to
El-
go catch your food; they go catch it for you. Now they bring it to you. You can order Uber Eats. So it's just like they just find ways to make things easier for us, but at the same time, it's hurting us.
Elon Musk's already doing that, man. With that site, what's that shit? The low brain thing, bro.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
already doing it. You put it on, and whoever's on, you can communicate without talking.
yeah.
You know what's so crazy? When I first got on the internet, like MySpace, Facebook, like back then when we was younger, y'all, I'm quite sure y'all know back then, the internet for us was more so connection based. Like I met a lot of cool
Yeah.
people on the internet, dog.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
yo, like, and now it's like it's creeps everywhere. Not saying that it wasn't then, but then it was so. I'm not even gonna say new, but it was just so fresh that we just was young and innocent, bro. We wasn't utilizing it like how everybody utilizing it now. Like we really was having fun on MySpace and everything. Like that was teaching us coding. Like think about that, bro. Think
Yeah,
about
with
the type of mental
customizing your
capacity,
pages and all of that shit.
bro. Think about the type of mental capacity we had to have to even formulate MySpace pages just back then. Just you know what I'm saying? We was ahead of our time back then. Now it's kind of like it's already there for you. All you gotta do is sign up and upload pictures and whatever.
Yeah, already preset. You
Yeah,
can't compare
MySpace
it
was that
anymore.
shit. But fuck Tom, he was a fucking plant, bro.
I think so. But you know what's crazy? I seen something that said that they something happened where they took MySpace from him or something and like
They
stole his
robbed
idea or
Tom.
something like that.
Where's
Yeah.
Tom? We ain't heard from Tom since
Never
then, man.
heard of
It's funny.
Tom
Tom.
gone, bro.
Tom out of here, man.
Tom was never Tom. Show me any
Right.
picture of anybody with Tom.
I would
Right.
never. I think Tom was smart to be that person. Like you will know who really is Tom. You know, he put that profile picture out, so we'll never know
Right.
who he is. But we all
Right.
want to have it. Are you friends with Tom? Right? Yeah, you in there, then you good. That was everybody's first friend was Tom. You ain't had
Hmm.
no friend. You had Tom.
Right.
You start off with 0 followers. You be looking for somebody like shit. You at least started with Tom. What's up, Chow Bout?
Hey, what y'all think about the word conspiracy theory, yo? Like, what y'all think about that? I think just a quick what I think about it. I think it kind of like takes away from what could be possibly true
Yeah.
because now you're looking for the conspiracy and the truth. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what y'all think?
It was a word I think that was a term produced by the CIA, I think, to
Yes. I was gonna
dismantle
say
the
that.
words that you dismantle because we all big on words. Like how we receive things and read things. It's all about format wording. That's why you got prefixes and suffixes, all that shit. Because all those things help people get context clues. It kind of shape your opinion. That's what reading is. You kind of, you know, um, even when you read and you kind of not even looking at each word, you're just skimming over and your brain is picking up. So all of that matters when it comes to language. But yeah, it was. If I'm not mistaken, it was a word term that was put out there by the CIA to like dismantle your shit.
During the
Yeah, that's out.
1960s, the hippie
Okay, the
movement.
1960s, and the word
I just wanted. I
nobody
just
said
wanted.
you
Oh, sorry.
wasn't.
You're still talking. My
I
bad.
ain't,
Yeah,
I ain't
sure.
know. Everybody think they just get. I'll send it to you. My bad. I ain't see you in the joint or nothing today.
You ain't
I ain't
gotta
assume you was
respond to
available.
You ain't gotta respond to him. You see that, send it to him.
All right.
What you was saying. Sure.
My bad, I couldn't even hear y'all.
Nah,
Sounds
it's
cut
all
out.
good. I was just saying it's a word that I think what you said 1960s trip.
Yeah, but I just looked it up because I wanted to make sure it had to do with the hippie movement, and they saying that it originated in print journalism in the late 19th century, following the 1881 assassination of President James A. Garfield. I did not
Uh,
know that.
I didn't know that either. But yeah, it's a word that just pretty much dismantles. I was thinking as that humans in the brain when we receive them. That's been studied. These words, languages, all that shit. That's why you got prefix, all that type of all them terms. Help you put the word together and all that. Even when you're reading something, looking at every word, you skimming, and your brain is picking shit up. So all that kind of got to make language. But yeah, it was a word that was put out there because it automatically by default or whatever. Are you a professional? You want somebody coming to your house that's a professional, or you want somebody come to your house, trying that's that ain't got the right title? Because you gonna maybe give them a chance, but yeah, you gonna be oh yeah, okay, I'm versus somebody saying, oh well, I just started, but I'm pretty good or whatever. Versus somebody saying, no, I'm a professional, I'm not, you know, um, I forgot the word for it. I'm not an expert, but it was a bigger word than that. Pretty much, I got this shit on lock. So I think the word is used to dismantle.
I got
And I just
it.
think they don't tell people the true meaning of the word. Like
Mm,
conspiracy, like when two or more gather to commit like a harmful crime or to do something, people don't know that, so they just saying conspiracy mean, oh, it's a lie, just like saying why they locking people up for conspiracy. If it's a lie, then that means everything y'all said he had a conspiracy to do or did wasn't true. So if people going to jail from conspiracy, when people say this story is a conspiracy, is that mean it's truth to it? They just somehow they came up with this thing that oh, this is a conspiracy, and you see it over and over and over, and then they start calling people that people don't even know what it mean. They just start calling you a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, because you just saying something opposite. And I just tell everybody every time you hear that 6 months later, whatever it was gonna be true. So it just I love when I hear it, but it do discredit a lot of people information because the first thing people say is, oh, you just a conspiracy theory. So if you already looked at it as that whatever information you say, they gonna think it's a conspiracy. The same thing when the jab first came out. I was telling everybody you shouldn't take it. But due to the fact I was looked at as a conspiracy theorist, that people were just saying it's a conspiracy. Everything that I was saying, oh, you think they really test on us? You really think they treat us like? Yes, I do. But then year later, it came out to be true. So now a lot of people don't come to me. It was a conspiracy. Was it? That mean it was still true to what I was saying. That mean you should at least look into it. Anytime somebody come to you with information and you even think it's a conspiracy, that mean it might be some truth to it. At least look into it, and then you consider if it's true or not. But they just hid and they just go, oh, that don't sound right. And then you're like, oh, you was right. Oh, 9/11, damn, that was an inside job. And it's like now everybody, but when people were saying it right then and there, everybody considered conspiracy theorists. It's like y'all think they just offing people for just being a conspiracy theorist. You think they care that much about these people when they come out and start speaking on stuff? Why not just say, oh, yeah, conspiracy theory? No, they offing these people. So it must be some truth to it, but it depends on the person, man. It takes some people longer than others.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Let's see, coming in right before 12. You know what time you supposed to be in this joint. You coming in like you should. What's up, David? Green.
What's up? What's that? What up, Green?
Ain't nothing, Brad. Ain't nothing. Have a little conscious conversation, I feel like.
I got another. What's up, Dave? I got another question since you went here now. I got another question for y'all to see what y'all
Sure,
like,
why
right?
not?
All right, look. Do y'all think people like Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy, all them old school killers, do y'all think them was people that just was natural people? Or do y'all think that they was on some created government type of shit? What y'all think about that?
Don't get me on that because I don't think Nat Turner was real. So a lot of people be mad at me. I just think it was somebody they made up to push that as black men out here doing stuff to these white women and people out here. So they gave them the okay to just fuck with random black people. And so people still believe the story. But I'm like, show me a real picture. I'm tired of seeing the painting and the sketch and all that. Like, nah, he should have family that's still out here that look like him and all that. It's just like, nah, they had fake news articles and stuff like that. But it's like, nah, I don't believe. I believe a lot of these characters wasn't real. I don't know which ones was, but I believe a lot of them wasn't. What about you, funny man? Because I guess the question popped up more when you popped in. I'm passing it to you.
I mean, I don't know because there are videos of them and different things like that. Especially was it Gacy or whatever? No, he was like the clown killer or something. Ted Bundy. I mean, there's like I said, there's actual video of him being in the court. Matter of fact, they said that he tried to represent himself. And if I'm not mistaken, almost won the case or whatever. If it wasn't for it was something he did or something or said or something, to where the judge was just like, pretty much he wasted his talents or whatever like that. No, he would have been a good lawyer or something. Now if you would have told me, about Bin Laden or something like that or something, I would agree with you and say, that was fake and stuff and all. But people were, there's actual footage and stuff and all. I gotta say it's real. I sit there and argue with my my stepson all the time because I'll be telling him about Wilt Chamberlain and everything on it. He says the same thing. Oh, that's just made up stories, and but I'm like, there's actual pictures and interviews and everything all with him and stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't. I mean, I don't. I don't know. I mean, I'm constantly learning new stuff every day. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
so if you all say they're not real, then I don't know. Maybe they really did have AI back in the 80s and stuff. I don't know.
What about you, Trey?
I didn't hear the whole question. I think he said something about was it like those people just like fake people
Yeah,
that the
do you
government?
believe
Okay.
any of the characters, like them?
Um,
Ain't got to be
Hard to
specific.
say because kind of like what David was saying that you're gonna say everything David said was what I was gonna. Nah, it's not that. But
Yeah.
like David was saying though, people, uh, some of the stuff is fake, some of the stuff isn't, and they've been putting people in place so long for certain things, whole countries. I mean, so if you you can make one whole country the face of why, America wants to revolt and go over there and send their troops, go kill people and all that type of shit. It's this whole stage. Uh, this whole world pretty much is a stage, but
Yeah, yeah,
um, yeah, like I don't know. There's always somebody. Um, there's always a puppet master somewhere that's pulling strings and making this look like that and all of that. Um, like you said, Bin Laden and certain people that have been over this country working, clearly working. But the more that what David was saying is the more that he pretty much learns is the more he realizes he don't know. And that's my sentiment. Like the more I open up
yeah.
and read, the more I've been reading and digging over the years, the less that I have to say about certain things because man, it be like that. Most of what happens is set up around somebody on the lower scale, like but maybe not. But for the most part, um, because there are natural crazy people, natural killers out here, whatever. But I don't know. I'm not sure if it's been put in place or not. I'm not sure like how much they've done on that level, like to put them people in
Right.
place. But I know how much the government. I know we can't get half. Like Molly said the other day, we can't get half the drugs that were coming to the states and cities. That we ain't creating that. We ain't get. You can't make half that shit over here. It's shipped in. So somebody's doing something on a higher scale, like on some on some gangster shit, really. Like, the government is gangsters, so I wouldn't be
Mm,
surprised. To answer the question, I wouldn't be surprised.
right.
Trip, you want to answer the question or you busy over there?
I'm listening. I mean, I think that like as far as like Charlie Manson, it's been proven that like he was a CIA subject of LSD trials and everything, and Ted Bundy, who's the other one. Thinking I can't think of his name on top of my head, but a lot of these I think were experiments put into play to test how mind control could work, and I would like to think that it got out of hand, that that's not specifically what they went and told them to do or whatever, but that's even possible. Who knows? With a lot of this crazy shit you going on, it's proven that they have their hands in. These are some sick, twisted motherfuckers, man. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I look at it like a movie. A lot of people look at it differently how they portray it, but I'm like, it's a lot of serial killers out here. They decide to highlight them ones, and then there's always a movie and everything that come behind it. It's like, why give somebody a platform like that? It's to cause fear, panic, definitely.
Mhm.
He might grab you right now. You going in the house, he in your area, you don't know, so and then it enlighten other people who might got that mindset to do something crazy, so I just think a lot of that, and then they show him in court, he's talking, he's intelligent. Of course he's intelligent because he's acting. The fuck, he's very intelligent. He's one of y'all, and it's like that with a lot of these actors they got out here. I think Dr. Umar, all of them implants, the ones that they show and give them a big platform. They always talking, even in some things that you like. It's the times that when they want us to be quiet, them the people that they use to come shut us up. Hey, look, y'all people, my spiritual people, da da da. Then they even got the people that's probably part of another clan. Hey, look, y'all, we need y'all to do this. They just like to make sure whatever it is that we doing out here, they got somebody in charge that can come back and get them the information. So if we ever try to fight back, they always be 2 steps ahead of us. So they give us our leaders, they create our leaders, they create our enemies and who to fear and what to fear. And I think a lot of them just gonna be movies. Every time a serial killer come out and you'll hear dude be like, I was in jail. I was in jail with a dude that killed 30 people. Like, why ain't hear a movie about this motherfucker? You know, there's another dude. I was in the nut house with this person. He did this and did that. Why ain't hear a movie about this person? Because this person really can't give you an interview. This person can't really represent himself in court. He's not an actor. He's really fucked up in the head. He need medication. But with these people, they keep letting them out. They dress them up for court. They can talk well and all this. He just somehow mentally nah, fuck that. He's acting, man. And y'all pushing fear. And there's people really out here that's dealing with those issues. So when that, it might trigger them, you know. So I think it's an experiment. I'm with them, and I think it worked. It worked. It pushed a lot of fear. They make movies and make money off this. So they push the violence. That was a good question.
I'm glad you brought up Dr. Umar, because I always ask this question. I said, is he allowed to keep taking money from people like this all over the internet? This ain't something that, oh, this me and my homeboy and we in the house and we scamming. And nah, bro, you all over since 2009, 2010, you've been collecting money for a school that still ain't built, bro. And nobody's mad. Nobody's outraged about this, bro. Like, enough people to you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, how is he able to get away with stuff like that? Like you said, like, bro, these people is actors. Because if you think about it, he's from Philadelphia and the Boule started in Philly. So ain't no telling what kind of connections my man really got. You know what I'm saying? Tariq Nasheed, like he was on David Letterman or one of them big TV shows back in the day. Now all of a sudden you fighting, you trying to fake like you for the black people. Like, bro, stop it, bro. Like
Charleston White, 607, all of them dudes, man, they was all working with the government. Now they these internet dudes who be saying crazy stuff. Like, you know, if a real person out here outside of Charleston White say half the stuff he said, they'd have been knocked off. He's part of the government. He's one of those guys. So, you know, yeah, gotta have them eyes open, man.
Morning on the mic. Wake up, tap
who that
in,
is.
baby. The morning Mac show.
Oh, there's nobody but
Al.
Al.
Coffee on the dash, pages in your hand, big news, small laughs, right at your command. Mac got the truth in the...
Everybody in the lane, one shot, one crew. What you gonna do? Fellas, question of the day. What you gonna say? Fellas, question of the day. Don't look away. Fellas, question of the day. Pick your side today. Fellas, question of the day. Say it like it's real. Say it like it's there. One name, one thought, one spark in the night. No hiding from it when it shines that bright. If you got a reason, bring it to the mic. If you mean that answer, make it hit right.
All right, so shit. Al's question of the day for Wellness Wednesday is a 2-part question. So we all gonna start with one, give our opinions, got some open dialogue on it if it goes that far. And if not, everybody just give their sentiments. We can move to question 2. So we start with question 1 is, do you believe success requires sacrificing your happiness for a period of time? Underneath it says the grind today or the growth tomorrow. I'm gonna start with Trip, and then we go to David and Taz, and then me and Molly can answer. So Trip, I'm gonna start with you. We're gonna only do the first question first.
Yes and no. You know, it definitely, you know, depending on what success means to you. You know, for me, success is being able to live my life by doing comedy and not having to struggle with part-time jobs or anything like that. Being able to make sure my family good, and to do that now, I have to do things that take away from some of the joy, or not have time to certain times I can't spend time with my family, or blah blah blah. But at the same point, like same token, I feel like you can take joy in the grind and take joy in that fact of like you feel good about yourself and you know you're working towards something greater, and to make it like not lose your happiness in each and every day, you know?
That's darling. Actually, I'm gonna let you choose. You choose who you want to pass it off to between David and Taz.
I don't know. Let's go with Funny Man Green.
Oh, good. Funny man, we're gonna have you tapping on the first part of the question.
Okay, so I believe with success there's always a sacrifice. You know what I mean? Um because like success is like it's like the end, or the what I'm looking for, like the triumphant area of sacrifice. You know what I mean? Like okay, like if you want to have a successful business, if you want to succeed in this, you know what I mean, you might be sacrificing you know what I mean, the partying, sacrificing spending money, you know what I mean, sacrificing you know what I mean, you know what I mean, spending times with friends and different things, though, because you're focused. You know what I mean, you're focused on a certain goal or whatever. You know what I mean? So I think, you know what I mean, with you know what I mean, with achieving your goal or being successful, you know what I mean, you got to have some kind of sacrifice.
Okay. Let us
And I'm
know who
not
you want
talking
to
about,
pass it
you know,
to.
sacrifice. I'm not talking about sacrificing, you know what I mean, like you know what I mean, you know what I mean, your kids and all that mess. I ain't talking about that type of sacrifice. But you know what I mean, like so I'm going to pass it to Molly.
I'm about to say, boy, he on sauce in the city, boy. Ain't know I'm about to cut my square on and off. Like, should I cut it on and off? What's up with you? Nah, I definitely I know it takes sacrifice, but I just think that, you know, like how Trip said, it just depends on the person. Because a lot of the things that I used to think, you know, was I consider sacrificing, it ain't really sacrificing to me no more because I'm not interested in doing those things. But I used to sacrifice going out, you know, traveling as much as I used to or like to, you know, just to achieve some things. Or even if my kid's birthday or something coming up, you know, I might not eat out as much or do certain things because I gotta sacrifice some of that money, you know, to make sure they get the things that they need, you know, to make sure they happy or whatnot. But when you start to love the thing that you do, you know, and definitely if it's a business, especially if it's your kids, you don't look at it as a sacrifice. You know, now I look at it, that's what it takes. That's the requirements. You know, it takes me to put in these many hours to get this done. You know, I'm not sacrificing nothing. I'm putting in the work. You know, and I think that came from me young being installed because one of my coaches used to tell me and my brother that, you know, even every 3 in the morning, he used to hit us sometimes and be like, "What y'all doing?" Like, we sleep. He's like, "Oh, see, is a kid out there getting 100 push-ups in right now." You know, like, but it was summertime, but he was like, you still got to get that grind in. So we started running hills and shit. Extra 2 in the morning, we might go down Baloo and run extra hills, and we started to see the difference between us and the other kids. Because he's like, the opportunity is always there, but it's up for whoever gonna put the most work in to get it. So in our head, always, I feel like if I'm not doing something, it's somebody else out there that's doing it, and they gonna get my opportunity. You know, I'm already ahead of them, but I'm gonna let them catch up because I'm being lazy. You know, so a lot of people, you know, they probably still at that stage when they feel like they sacrificing going to the club or drinking or smoking and all those type of things to do these certain things. But when you start to do it for a certain period of time, you know, this the requirements. This what it takes for me to be successful at this or whatever it is that you're doing. So yeah, I see both sides, but I agree that it do take sacrifice to be successful though overall.
Mm-hmm.
Our boy gone.
Yeah,
Up to
he's gone.
Trey, man.
Probably try to tap back
Man,
in.
it's up to you, Trey.
Yeah, and then when yeah, we got your hand. I see your hand up, Trip. I don't know if you trying to raise your
Nah,
hand or not.
he doing something
Oh,
more.
you doing something? Okay, I was gonna say we'll get to you at
Uh,
that. I answer real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my bad. Going
success
through
is always
emails
gonna
alert.
require sacrifice because it might not be certain things you think like monetary or success. So I got this house, I got this job, I got this car. That might just be getting all the shit done on your list done for the day. But also, like Molly was saying, I changed my opinion of what I thought sacrifice was because a lot of that shit was just downtime or bullshit. Little fun shit you want to do. You want to go to the mall. I can keep my ass home instead of going to the mall tonight. That means that I'm getting everything crossed off of my checklist for the day. Um, some people don't even have you good tasks. Some people don't even have a checklist or things to make sure that they're knocking off throughout the week. What's up, Venus? So I feel like yeah, sacrifice always is going to come into play. But I change the word of how I view the word sacrifice. I might say giving up, putting something on pause, postponing it, or just or just focusing. So I don't really look at the word sacrifice like I used to. Like, oh man, I can't go to this birthday bash or whatever. I still know them. I'm still gonna see them. I still know them. So I'll see the pictures or whatever, and I'll be able to still link up with y'all another time and maybe do something else that I can participate in. But I don't look
yeah.
at the sacrifice on word the same. But I do believe you always have to put something on hold, push it back, or leave it to the wayside so that you can focus and get things done.
Yeah, I think we sacrifice time, when we trying to achieve something. I think I sacrifice that more than anything, like sleep,
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
I don't get as much sleep as I should get, and I know that because I'm sacrificing sleep to try to achieve some things. And I know Trey know that we did that over the weekend. We was
Yeah.
out there. Trey barely slept.
Oh
I like Trey.
man.
We can get at least 2 hours. Nah, I'm gonna just stay up. I was like, man, but that was, what you was willing to sacrifice to make sure that this event went well and our girl Riri was happy. So
Hmm.
that was
Hmm.
the grind. So that's how I look at it.
Hmm.
It's gonna take a little sacrifice, but I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to put in that work. Guess we go on to part two, Trey Money.
Exactly. No problem. All good. Um, let's see. The question of the day for the part two portion is: why do you think so many people struggle to enjoy life even after achieving their goals? And it says underneath it says the goal was the plan, not the purpose. Like with a question mark on the end, so it was a question for him. Because people don't continue to stack and pile up their goals. So some people, when they actually get to the point of achieving their goals, they're looking around like, "Oh, this is it." Some people put so much weight on what their goals are, not in terms of the strive or the drive to get things done or executed, or even how well they do it. It's not even about that. It's that a lot of people don't, their brains don't continue. Like some people can't. Some people don't have the capacity. Like until they get there, they can't add nothing else to the list. But I feel like a lot of people put their eggs in one basket. Like somebody who's worked somewhere for 45 years and all they're giving you is a pen and a piece of paper to be like, oh, thank you for your time. And then you're looking around like, yeah, you achieve your goal of getting to retirement. Yeah, you achieve your goal of buying a house, but you're still looking around like, oh shit, well, what's next? Because I
Mhm.
think people stop or don't keep the variety around. You might get so wrapped up and focused in certain goals or knocking out certain things that you let other things or ideas fall to the wayside. Like somebody caught up with a 9 to 5, you might not have the downtime. Somebody with the freedom to move how they want to has to keep plotting and so you might get burnt out by it. Just a lot of little things. But yeah, I think people don't. To answer the question in its entirety, I think a lot of people don't continue to have things on their list to knock out, so they can continue to look forward to other things. I'm gonna pass it off to Trent.
Yeah, I second what you just said. And yeah, I think that stagnancy creates boredom, and when achieving the goals, they just not like you said, they don't have nothing else to achieve and nothing else. They're not working towards nothing else. I think that's the meaning of life, is just always having something that you working towards, and to help those around you, your family and your loved ones. And I mean, like, what is left after that? If your goal is, if your success is to be like great in business or whatever it is that you pursue, that you find happiness in, and like money wise, eventually, if you're good at it, you're gonna achieve that. But what's next? More money? Like, your family good, everyone good, your friends good. What's next? You know, I think that's why we have something special in the entertainment, like with the art, because like art is never finished. You know, it's always something more you could do.
Okay, I'll give you that. Whoever you want to pass it off to.
Uh, let's go with Molly this time.
Yeah. I just feel like, people struggle is just no different than, playing a video game and you beat the whole game. It's like, fuck, I keep playing this game. Eventually it's gonna get bored. You done did it already. You have to find something else to do, and it's hard for some people when you so young and you reach your goal so fast because you're still growing. I know for me, I probably reached my goal at like 23, and I got bored, and it was struggle to actually enjoy life, because when you start to grow spiritually, mentally, and start to understand like the things that's going on in the world, I realized my goal for me to be successful, it took others to fail, and I couldn't live with that. So I was just like, damn, this ain't something I want to do anymore. But it's crazy because it took me so long to actually get to that point. But I just always looked at it just how I achieved in doing that, I can achieve in doing something else. And the things that I'm doing now, it don't cause others to feel or to be hurt or to be harmed or anything like that. So I'm okay with that, but I think a lot of people will struggle with that because at the end of the day, you always growing. So as long as you're always growing, you should always have some type of goals, short goals, long term goals that you want to achieve that make you want to feel like you're living for something. Because if you out here, you got no type of goals, like what you getting up for? You just gonna be on replay mode. It don't matter if you got a good job or not. It's like it be something out here that you should want to achieve. And to me, the only goal out here for me is to live and die. So it's just like if you got so many goals in between, that's just good. But if you don't have none at all, it's like live, man. Live your life. One day you're going to go. Don't try to get so depressed you want to take your own, because the longer you live, eventually it's going to come. But you got a lot of people don't know what to do because they just so young and they don't achieve everything that they work towards. Just find other goals to achieve. It's always more levels to it. It don't matter what you're doing. If you got a company, you can start another company. That company doing well, start another company, start a charity. There's so many things you can do. Start a creation. That's why, like what Trippy said, it's art. It's always a campus there. It's always you can be creative. So it's just people getting stuck and being programmed to doing one thing. That's why a lot of people don't know what to do after they don't make it to the NFL or the NBA or stuff, because they've been playing ball their whole life. They thought that shit, this how it is going to end, but eventually they find something else and they eventually catch on to it. So it happens though. I think everybody go through that at one point in their life.
That's right.
Funny man, what's your thoughts on the question?
I mean, I agree. I agree with with when you, Trippy, and Trey both said. But also, I mean, some people are just mentally screwed up. Some people are just some people are so unhappy with themselves or whatever. A good example, somebody could sit there and make the sacrifices that achieves their goal to be a model or whatever and everything, but still in their mind they feel they're not pretty enough or like you mentioned, like the NFL, different things like that. I know like a lot of like engineers and stuff like that. No, you know what I mean? Once they achieve their goal to point of retirement and stuff, some think about committing suicide. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're sitting there thinking, I mean, I know this for a fact because, you know, different ones actually told me that, you know what I mean, after being retired for like a month or something, they was so bored because they was used to a certain schedule that they actually went to a depression mode where they thought about committing suicide. You know what I mean? So
That's true.
so I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I agree with what you all said, but I think some people are just mentally screwed up, especially when you sit there and yeah, that's my take. I think just some people are just mentally screwed up.
Yeah, baby.
Some people just chopped and screwed out here. Good question, Al.
Solid question. Solid 2-part question.
You talking about ill. They gotta learn, man. Struggle is, man, I think that's probably the best part of everybody's story. You know, anytime I'm watching a movie or I'm reading a book, my favorite part is the struggle. You know, the times they going through something, the hardship. When they
Yeah,
already got everything, it's just like, all right, man, you got it. You know, it's just like, nah, I want to see what it took to get it. And I think once people go through it, they look back and realize they should enjoy it. You know, they should enjoy the process. Whatever it took, just go along with the rides. You know, but
yeah,
you gotta enjoy life. Whatever you got the power to change it every day. Tell everybody you wake up, you can just decide you want to be a firefighter. Like, I don't care, you know, like it don't matter. I want to be a chef. I want to learn how to cook today. I want to be a barber. Like you can literally do that. It's like we not on no movie like Ants or something, and they forcing you to be this what you gonna be. You gonna be working down here, and you gonna be that. Like nah, you can do whatever it is that you want to do, and you can change your mind at any time. You know, you got a lot of kids go to college and they like, where I went to, and then they switch they hold it, they don't even want to go to school for that no more because they found other interests. And it's like that's the case. So what? You could have wanted to be a doctor, then say, you know what, I want to be a movie actor. You know, people find a passion for it. I'm just like, you never know. That's probably what you was tapped in to do. Just go do it. Enjoy life. There ain't no telling how many times we've been down here, how many times we will be back. So it's just like enjoy it while you're here. Like don't be afraid to do nothing, man. It's a lot of people be wondering why they ain't where they want to be in life, and it's most times because of fear. You seen all these people on TV, they human just like us. Most of them, I think. You know, but for the ones
yeah,
that are human like us, they put on their pants, shit, piss just like us. If they can do it, you can do it. They not that sharper than you. It just seemed that way because they always on television. But soon you hear him in the interview, you be like, damn, that bitch Cardi B just slow. You know, that and it just yeah, but at the end of the day, she getting money out here. They finding ways to get money because they don't got no fear. They don't mind going on here saying, look, I can rap. You know, you got some people, yeah, I rap, but I don't like, nah, you rap, get out here and let people hear you. That's something you really want to do. You know, don't let none hold you back. Don't let other people you saying that you the little shot. Like, nah, don't live in fear. Just go do it. That's how all the greats became great because they don't live in fear. They don't even know it. They love to show people their talent, you know, and I try to install that in my kids and my family, you know, like, man, don't be scared of nothing. Go out there and show them how good you are. Like,
right.
go show them how great you can be, you know. That's it. Confidence out here.
Yeah, favorite saying I be telling people you can't have a testimony without a test. So
Mhm.
I
Okay,
can dig that. That's right.
so you can't have testimony without a test. Take him to church, brother Dave. Brother funny man, drink.
yeah, at this portion we're doing the
Oh
offering.
man, I'm just saying that, Dame. My bad. You gotta put it in the comments, man. When y'all want the link, Y'all gotta put it in the comments. Y'all hit me in the DM. I don't be saying it when I'm on the
Oh,
show.
you send a private message. I'm not always
Yeah,
catching all of that.
yeah, I ain't see it, but I don't know. That was a good question though.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I think we all. I know I feared a lot when I was early on. I was scared to talk in certain rooms, meetings. When I got around certain rich people, I just thought I didn't belong, and they made me comfortable. You know, they remind me that they been where I once was. You know, was at the time. Like I've been where you was at, man. They know, you know, but it just like sometimes you ain't got people that's willing to help you open up and like become yourself. I got more comfortable, and as time go on, I was leading the meetings, I was setting up the meetings and stuff like that, and I got more comfortable talking around anybody. But before then, I never been really too many places or talked to people outside of our community, so I didn't know how to, you know. So once I got comfortable, I started to realize, man, we all the same. We all out here trying to achieve something. And when you get around people that's aligned with the same goal, it don't matter about color or anything. It's all about one goal. And when y'all come together, a lot of stuff get done. So I stopped letting little things hold me back, you know. And most times it would just fear, like, dang, do I want to fly all the way to Arizona, you know, like by myself? I used to be like, I don't know. Then I just started flying. Once I got comfortable, I was flying everywhere by myself. And some people used to call me, man, you don't be nervous for what? Like I'm good, you know. Like I ain't thinking about nothing. Everybody I'm tapped in with, they've been good people. But it's a great two-part
Great
question.
two-part question. Yeah.
That's Al, man. Our boy Al.
Gonna keep it rolling.
Say that's
That's
why.
why I'm at. He said that's why I'm at a point in my comedy career that I know my worth and won't just accept anything anymore. Yeah,
Dang.
that's what I wish for everybody.
That's right.
Nah, I was just going book chow. I was gonna tell him on the head $100, but that shit over with.
He's
Get over
good.
with, man. Damn,
Fuck,
chow.
child, know your worth.
I need AI chow, man. How much
Right.
for AI chow,
How
man?
much? Yeah.
Need my man AI chow. Nah,
Nah,
that's what's up,
know your
chow.
worth though. Know your worth. That's cool.
Chow got commercial ads on his damn posters now. You got following, boy. Like, yeah, know your worth, Slam. When I seen them damn State Farm commercials and shit, I'm like, hold on. All states. I'm like, oh yeah, Chow getting them ads, Slam. Yeah, God. Anything for you, I'm there, Marley. Yeah, you know I got you, man. I'm gonna make sure you get paid though, brother. Cause I know you're gonna be funny. You're gonna bring them out. They gonna definitely have a good time, man. I'm gonna make sure. But I know if I
Yeah,
did the event, y'all make sure I get paid. So, you know, likewise, man. I mean,
Of
I
course.
probably gonna have the fee, you know, give me a discount though, you know, but I'm gonna make sure I pay you, you know. I ain't gonna have the 10,000, you know. I'm gonna have that. Our girl Riri, she couldn't make it in today. I know she'll be back with us tomorrow. So it's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with her. She just had a dentist appointment. So I don't want y'all out there worried. Reese had you
Calling
worried.
in and stuff, thinking
Yes,
something's wrong. She good.
you know it. We
Then the
good.
joke's on deck. If your
We get
day
out of here,
feel
brother.
rough,
Get
we
us
can
some good
fix
energy,
that
man.
wreck. Listen close, now it's time to rise. One more minute, then
Telling me?
Get good.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all today, man. Still seeing y'all faces. You know, same thing as always, man. Keep a smile on your face. You can't put a smile on someone else. If it ain't great today, it'll be greater later, baby. Much love. Stay trippy. Peace.
Good.
Basically what I gotta say is just, you know what I mean, just stay away from negative minded people or whatever like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Especially if you you know what I mean, positive, or you know what I mean, you know, we got a positive charge or whatever like that. No, you know what I mean, being around a lot of negative people, you know what I mean, will drain your battery or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's basically what I'm just saying. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Stay positive. Misery loves company.
Yeah. stay away around from them negative people. I think you say negative. I'm about to steal that. It's a new word. Stay away from them negative people out here. No. Nah, you right there, Dave. Stay away from them, brother. Straight money. Good energy before we go, man.
I don't know. Every day, I feel like every day you're alive is a day to celebrate personally. Um, I feel like you're here for a purpose. You're here for a reason. Explore that reason. Figure out what that reason is. Even if you don't, even if you reach your time before you figure out what it is, be striving for things that make you feel whole and complete. If it resonates to you as something that uh, rings on a positive vibration, then continue to do it, and you will magnify your gravitational pull that you have on others around you, and you will bring the right things forward.
Yeah, definitely would. Appreciate y'all tapping in with us, man. Y'all be safe out there. Hopefully y'all learned something today. Look into them conspiracy theories, man. I know y'all hear saying some crazy things on here. It don't sound too cool sometimes, but that's how it was for me early on. But when I digged into this information, man, it's right there. They put it out there for us to know. They sometimes wait 15, 20 years to release it. That's why a lot of people miss it, but it's out there for us, and we can start sharing it for y'all. From now on, when I bring up stuff, y'all know I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna make sure anytime we bring up anything else like that, we pull it up, man. But y'all be good, y'all be great out there, and please support the people who support this show, man, by donating money to the show just to promote their shows, man. We're gonna start with our boy Funny Man Green, man. Appreciate the love. Then no plane like home.
No place like home.
Oh, I thought
Like I said,
I thought it was the end. I said that's an end over there. Oh, that's a C. My bad. No place like home. Go ahead, Dave.
yeah, the reason why I call it no place like home is because, good example, just came back from North Carolina and I got, normally I have, a lot of talent from out of town and everything like that. And this time I got local talent, and I did a little switch up. Normally I have a whole bunch of comedians and stuff, and I only got one comedian. His name is Ricky Bort from Baltimore. Everybody else is, into like hip hop and everything. So, I got my boy Ayo as a stage name, government name Warren Johnson. I don't have Alex Barnes. I got to give you the update on him. I got this new rapper from Pittsburgh. He goes by the name is Nobi. And to close it out, I got my boy Chris Lyrical McKenzie. I went to his show 2-3 weeks ago in Frostburg, and we killed it. I said, "Hey, you got to do a show for me." And of course, in Kitchen, I got the Crab Queen, and one of the best DJs in the area, DJ Blaze. Tickets are $20, and BYOB. Come get your laugh on, your dance on. Just have fun.
Family Murder, man. You get out there turned up, man. It's about this fifth show, man. Keep it up, Dave.
All right, y'all. This is Let's Get Ready to Funny at 2 Max Barbershop. They are presenting the May Melee 2 comedy show. It's going to be a few people in attendance. You got our very own Althea McFarlane. Y'all know what that face is. Kimberly Tucker. You got DC Vega. You got Philip Page, as well as Ronald B.C. Harris. Be reaching out to Phil in his 2 Max Barbershop movements, because he has a lot going on in terms of like free community information, a lot of community events. He does things with Streetline and stuff as well. So you got multiple reasons why you should not only pop up on this show, but you should pop up on Philip Page too. Because a lot of these faces that you see on these flyers have a lot of different things to offer, even outside of the comedy. So you can pull up on them, network. You got access to these people. I felt like instead of trying to reach to an artist that it's untouchable, reach to the artists that you see that are right in front of you. So again, shout out to Ronald BC Harris, DZ Vega, Philip Page, Althea McFarlane, and Miss Kimberly Tucker. This event is going to be at 6307 Georgia Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. The date is going to be Saturday, May 30th, obviously, of this year. Showtime starts at 12. The activities start at 12, and then at 1:30 you have the comedy show. There's two entities coming together to make one, but shout out to everybody involved in this event.
Shout out to T-Mac Barbershop. The good people's over there. Yeah, we got more room, y'all. Y'all got some flyers on anything y'all want us to share at the end of the show? Just send it on over. Let's see if I put up. We should have an email over. Y'all still just DM it though. Try to create another email for us, man. People can email us. For those who probably ain't part of the community on Facebook or anything, they can still find a way to reach out to us. But we out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Catch y'all tomorrow.